Today we will start unit 2. So in the beginning we need to understand few definition of interval, which includes open interval, closed interval, semi-open or semi-closed interval. We will discuss one by one. What is an interval? Consider any two real number a and b. A and b are any two real number. Then if we take the set of all real number between a and b, suppose a is less than b. Okay, now in the real line we take two number a and b, because a is at the left of b, so a is less than b. Now all real number between a and b is known as an interval. So how we define an interval? It is set of all real number that lies between two real number a and b. It is a set of all real number which lies between two real number a and b. A is less than b. That is interval. Now what is an open interval? Now in this interval, if the endpoint a and b are not included, but a plus epsilon belongs to this set. Consider the set of all real number which belongs to this set. Okay, which are between a and b. The real number greater than a and less than b. A plus epsilon. Epsilon is a very small positive number. However small you can imagine. However small we can imagine, if we add it to a, then that number will be inside the set. But a is does not belongs to the set. Then we say that it is an open interval. It is open at a and at b. So how we describe it? We describe that as it is all x belongs to R such that a is less than x is less than b. A, b belongs to R. A, b are two real number. A is less than b and x lies between a and b. It is strictly less than. That means a is not in S and b is also not in S. Then we say that it is an open interval. Okay. Now if we take the set as x belongs to R such that a is less than equal to x and less than equal to b. A, b are real number and a is less than b. Then we say that it is a closed interval. Now the endpoint a and b belongs to the set, the collection. Then we say that that set is a closed interval. So what we conclude? Interval is a subset of any interval. If we say interval, that is denoted by I. It is a subset of R. It is always a subset of R. And an interval contains infinite number of member. So a finite set cannot be an interval. Okay, and a set which is not a subset of R cannot be an interval. So interval is, so first we understand that interval is a subset of R. Then it is a set of real number which contain element which lies between two real number a and b. All real number which lies between two real number a and b. If a and b does not belongs to the set, then we say that it is open interval. If a and b belongs to the set, then we say that it is closed interval. And open interval is denoted as this and closed interval is denoted as square bracket. Okay. What is a semi-closed interval then? Semi-closed interval. Consider an interval I is equal to a b. Now we understand that square bracket is closed, no, and this is open. Okay, now this means I is all x in R, all real number such that a is less than equal to x is less than b. A is less than equal to x is less than a is included and b is not included. It is open at the end b and closed at the end a. Then we say that it is semi-closed. Or if we take interval of this type, open at the lower end and closed at the upper end, this can be written as it is the set of all real number such that a is less than x is less than equal to b. Then this type of interval are called semi-closed, or you can say also semi-open. Now we will define what neighborhood of a point. Neighborhood of a point is a set of points including that point where one can move some amount in any direction away from that point without leaving the set. What is the meaning of that? Consider a point A on the real line. Suppose this is the point A. What we have defined neighborhood as a set of points including A. Okay, where one can move to some amount in both the direction from A. If we move towards right, any amount A plus epsilon. Epsilon is a very small quantity. A minus epsilon. Epsilon is a very small quantity. If we move towards left, then it is smaller. We get the smaller number than A minus epsilon, A plus epsilon. Then this interval A minus epsilon and A plus epsilon is known as the neighborhood. This interval is the neighborhood of the point, including the number A. Including the number A, if we move slightly towards right and slightly towards left, then the collection of real number including A is called the neighborhood. Also, we define neighborhood as a point A. So, okay, now we say a larger set N. Suppose A is inside N. Consider A is inside N. This is N. Then this N is called neighborhood. If we can find an interval, we can always find an interval I such that we can always find an interval I such that A belongs to I and it is a subset of N. It is a subset of N. If this is true always, then we say that N is neighborhood of A. Whenever we can we call a set N is a neighborhood of A if A belongs to N and it is such that we can always find an interval containing A and contained in N. Containing A and contained in N. Then we say that N is the neighborhood. Okay. Now, open interval. Open interval is always a neighborhood of all of its points. Consider an open interval AB. Okay. We take a number x1 here. Then what we get? x1 plus epsilon, x1 minus epsilon. x1 minus epsilon. We can always find an interval inside this, which is a subset of this. Okay, if we take a semi-closed interval, closed at this end and open this end. Okay, now A belongs to this set. Now we take the point A. Okay, then we try to find an interval containing A. An interval containing A minus epsilon is slightly towards left, A plus epsilon slightly towards right. Now consider this interval. Is this interval I a subset of AB? No, because A to A minus epsilon is not included in the set AB, the interval, semi-closed interval AB. So we cannot say that AB, semi-closed interval, is a neighborhood. It is not a neighborhood. No, it is not a neighborhood of A. But it is a neighborhood of interior points. It can be a neighborhood of interior points, but it is not neighborhood of A. Whenever we are saying neighborhood, we are defining neighborhood, we always define neighborhood of a point. We are defining it for every point. So this is the difference. Okay, that the semi-closed interval. Okay, the semi-closed interval is not a neighborhood of the end point A. Okay, suppose we take a closed interval AB, then it is not a neighborhood of end point A and B. Okay, it is not the neighborhood of the end point A and B. Why? Because if we take the two number on the number line, okay, then including this number A, try to construct an interval however small possible, A minus epsilon, A plus epsilon. Now this interval IA is not a subset of AB. Why? Because A minus epsilon to A, this portion is not inside AB because it is closed. No, so it is not inside AB. So it is not a subset of AB. Similarly, okay, we consider an interval containing B plus epsilon, B minus epsilon. Now B to B plus epsilon is outside the interval. Hence, IB, the interval containing the point B, is not a subset of AB, closed interval AB. Hence, the closed interval AB is not a neighborhood of the end point A and B, but it is the neighborhood of all the interior points. It can be the neighborhood of interior points. So this is the concept of neighborhood of a point, and the note is given in the group. So go through that note in detail and try to understand the concept, and remember, try to memorize the definitions.